Good morning, dear students. We are studying the chapter, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So, in the first part, we have studied that how he brought the instrument, or how the instrument called the Shehnai was discovered, and how he has brought it into the as a well-known instrument. Now, next we are going to continue studying about his childhood life. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belonged to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather, Rasul Baks Khan, was the Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpur King's court. His father, Paigambar Baks, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. So he was belonging to a very famous family, and in all the members in his family was Shehnai players, and that also they are very famous Shehnai players. The young boy took music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncles practice the Shehnai. So when he was taken to his mother's house, he saw that the mother's brother, his uncle, was playing the Shehnai, and he was very much fascinated by that. Soon, Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Baks to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Baks was employed to play the Shehnai. So there was a Vishnu temple in Benares, and he was playing. His uncle was playing the Shehnai there, and he was also, along with his uncle, he used to go to the temple, and they used to play the Shehnai there. Ali Baks would play the Shehnai, and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangalamaya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts, where he could practice in solitude. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shehnai. So he was there, and he was in the age of, he was very small, and when other children used to play, he used to be with his uncle, and he was so much interested to play the music there. So he was practicing Shehnai. So when his uncle was playing the music there, he just got, he will be going and sitting near to him, and he used to sit there for hours, many hours. So children are there, and they are not much interested in doing one particular time for more time, even if it is an interesting things, like even if they are watching TV or even anything like that are there, so they will watch or they will do it for some time, and after that they change their work. But here he was so much interested in doing this work, and he started getting lessons. He started getting practice lessons from his uncle. And when each and everything was taught to him, he used to spend even the full day, or many hours he used to spend for practicing. And he was just moving around the river Ganges and the temple, near Balaji temple, and the Mangalamaya, the temple was there. So here, all these areas, he was just moving around, and he was he got inspiration from the river. So when he is listening to the sound of the river flows, then he used to listen to the sound, and by getting inspiration from that, he used to take he started inventing new ragas. Okay, so the new ragas which were not earlier considered, was that it was considered that in earlier this is not possible to be played by Shehnai. So there some type of musical instruments are there, or some type of things are there where the music, the Shehnai can be played, and this type of music was considered as these ragas cannot be played in this by using the Shehnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." So he, at the age of 14, So by means like almost your age is there. So by that time he was taken and he went to participate in a conference, Allahabad Music Conference. So this is a very big celebration or very big some type of festival where the specialists or musicians they gather together and they perform different type of musical instruments and so on. So he got a chance to participate in that event in the age of 14. And when he has performed his performance after that, the Ustad Faiz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, the Ustad just patted him and said that work hard and you shall make it. So you have to work hard and you will be successful. You will be you can make it. With the opening of All India Radio, Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. So when he started playing, so when the All India Radio started, so it was a big break for him. He got an opportunity to play musical instrument there by Shehnai. He was a Shehnai player and he was getting a chance to play a lot amount of musical programs. So he will be performing the program and when India got freedom on the 15th August 1947, so at that time so he was the first person to greet India with his Shehnai. So he got an opportunity to perform on the stage and it was also presented in the All India Radio. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to the audience, which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Trust with Destiny speech. Trust with Destiny. So he was there in that place where he was standing in front of the Red Fort and giving his performance, and in the audience there was Jawaharlal Nehru also, and other means there are so many other people, but even Jawaharlal Nehru was listening to his music, and after that only he went for his famous speech. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken into the maestro that he gifted his priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. So Bismillah Khan, he has performed so many events in India as well as in abroad, and his first work in the foreign country was in Afghanistan, and there was the king at that time the Zahir Shah was the king there, and he was so much fascinated in the performance of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and he gave him a gift, and that is very priceless Persian gift, carpets and other souvenirs. Souvenirs means that also some kind of gift items. The king of Afghanistan was not only the one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Gunj Udi Shehnai. So the film producer, he was a film director Vijay Bhatt. So he was so much fascinated by the music of Bismillah Khan, and when he heard the music, when he was so much fascinated, and he got inspired and he made a film, and the name of the film was given that Gunj Udi Shehnai. So once he has seen that the Bismillah Khan was playing the music there, and after getting inspiration from that, he made this movie. The film was a hit, and one of his Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Goon Chuti Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture, Sanathi Appana. I just can't come in terms with the affectionality and the glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. So he had a lot amount of performances, but he did not continue in the field of film. So he was not able to adjust with the situations of or the glamour of the film industry. So he was not able to, or he was not much interested to continue in that field. So he just only performed 2 performances in the film, and after that he stopped. Okay, so the remaining portion we study in the next class. Thank you so much.